It is No Gifts Please, the parenting podcast by the pair with no real gifts, but a whole lot of gumption. Hey everyone, I'm Steve Noviello.
And I'm Jenny Anchondo.
My favorite thing about this time of year, and it kind of starts with back to school, honestly, if I'm really being honest, is there's a certain magic about the fall, which, the back to school, which here is summer, let's be honest. And then all of the little things, the open house, the school carnival,
the pumpkin parade.
Right. Yes. We had Dad's Club pumpkin carving and the carpool duty, all of that, getting to know the new teacher, Jacob. Did you see that haunted house that he made for his, I posted it on my socials.
No.
It was so amazing.
So and he made a haunted house, or what?
So the
context.
The assignment, everyone in the third grade had to make a haunted house, and then create like a real estate listing. It's on my Instagram.
Okay.
No, it's on my Facebook. It's on my Facebook. Instagram is probably not there anymore. But so they ought to make a haunted house and then do like a writing assignment, like a real estate listing of like who lives in this house and what are the amenities and all that kind of stuff. And we spent quite a bit of time. I have to, kind of hold back my type A-ness.
Wait, when? How did you have time to? Did you start this last year?
It's really good, right?
It's exceptional. There's even lights on the inside. Yeah. How much did this cost?
Really, next to nothing. It was cardboard boxes.
Next to nothing. I just had those eyeballs lying around. Those glow in the dark eyeballs. It's nothing.
Well, we went to Michael's. Everything's like 90% off.
I know. I love that.
Before Halloween, right? So we just took some cardboard boxes and we did it. We spray painted it. And he was like, we were cutting out the windows. Well, I was cutting out the windows because it's a sharp knife. And we were left with these little squares. And I was like, he's like, shingles. I was like, let's shingle this house. And we one by one. And luckily it's a haunted house, so it doesn't have to be perfect.
So, this is exceptional. This is
the magic of like creating a memory. I to this day remember my father hand shingling and painting and siding my sister's dollhouse. Like she was a child of the 80s, so like those like big doll houses, like full on, like you would carpet each room and wallpaper them. And like, there was a dollhouse shop at the mall, and like it was a whole, I remember my parents bought like a brass baker's rack. We were in Maine or something, and I want to say the guy like gave my sister a miniature one for her dollhouse. Like at least that's
dollhouses were
mind.
A big deal.
Big deal, right? So now I finally got
you
to
have a
shingle.
dollhouse.
Now I have a haunted house.
Wait,
dollhouse.
This sort of thing is the thing that Brighton does in her free time all the time.
Like engineering things?
Yes. Every time we get a box, she claims it, and it's like a little, like I don't want to say violent about it, but like it's definitely, she'll get aggressive on it if you say like, I need that box for something else, or we already broke it down or whatever. So she makes these incredible creations that look like this, that I'm like, wow, she'll paint with nail polish, or she'll use like earrings to make decorations but here's where what are you going to do with this now that the holiday is over?
Save it, because I'll need it again in 2 years when my other kid needs a third grade assignment.
I know.
I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to put it somewhere and then throw it away.
You are? I mean, would
Brighton like it?
She would. She would absolutely be like, I would have been looking for a haunted house to remodel. Like, it's just, I have such a hard time when you see that it's like something that really lights them up and it's like a gifting for them. And I think, well, this is spectacular. I want to, like, I think I told you I kept that little prize box that she made for me in my closet. I just now got rid of it. But I took a bunch of pictures of it. So you'll toss this?
You know what? Because I don't know
what I was thinking your answer was going to be.
But the best part, well, first of all, listen, Jacob is in a union of some sort because he takes a lot of breaks when we do projects. I don't know what, like he's got for a smart kid, he's got a short attention span. But we worked on it over the course of a couple of weekends, and just the conversations and the creativity and the, again, I probably could have done better with, like, oh, you sure that's where you want to put that? But he,
it did turn out good though.
It turned.
I have such a hard time throwing things away.
Yeah, I don't.
I think I have like a lack mindset when it comes to just like our kids and their memories, and
you need to take pictures of things and put them in a digital frame. That's what you need to do.
I have the digital frame. Heath got it for me. I couldn't do it because I couldn't throw the things away. Like I have a serious problem. I also bought one of those archive boxes. Have you all heard of those?
Yes.
You send the stuff off, but here's what happened.
Does it ever come back?
Well, apparently, I don't know. I would love to hear from somebody who has done it because.
Did you send yours off?
Yes, and I sent tons of stuff like sculptures and like bookmarks and creations and stuff. And Brighton keeps asking because I paid extra for the stuff to be sent back, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just said, put it in the book. But I have this strange
scam that is.
Emotional attachment to it. And it's been like, and they keep sending emails saying like, your photography will happen soon. But I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been months. And so now she's asking about it because she knows I never throw her stuff away.
That's interesting that you haven't gotten the book back yet.
No, it takes a long time. They've said like, don't expect it now, but when's it coming back? But also I was thinking she might not notice with the stuff being gone, but she's absolutely noticed.
Okay. So that kind of brings into today's topic, which is creating magic in your own home. And here's the thing. I think the most magical things about our family are things, and we kind of talked about this. Remember a few weeks ago, we were talking about intentional time with the kids and expanding bedtime and, that kind of thing. And it's like, well, gosh, let's spend some intentional time together. And to me, that means like, let's catch a flight to Monaco and like go to the Grand Prix. But we decided Starbucks would work. But Starbucks works. Oh, so does the grocery store. Like those kind of magical things that we do with our kids that you don't even realize are core memories of theirs until like they're 50 and tell you about it. But I was reading this thing online. It was talking about the things that you should do in your own home to kind of create that experience, which I think is a little forced, but why not, right? So the first thing that they were talking about was if you had a family motto, like what would that family motto be? Like that thing that like when I'm teary-eyed saying goodbye to Jacob as I drop him off at college, and I am feeling so hopeful for him and so sad for me. And he looks back one last time as he walks off toward his dorm and he says, and he recites the family motto. And then I burst into tears. Then Doug and I get in the car and drive however far home. Like in my movie, in my mind, like that's the pressure that I'm putting on. Yeah, on the family motto. Like we don't quit, we just adjust. Brave over perfect. Good. Together we'll figure it out. Like what would yours be? Do you have any idea?
Well, I was in this group called MOPS, Mothers of Preschoolers, this church group. Some of you will, if you know, you know. And we did a family at the time, like Brighton was so little, I didn't understand what developing a family was. I remember being like, this is so silly, this family motto. And I did something and I threw that away, I guess. So I don't know. We don't have one. I think I'm so nervous because of all the advice I read on Instagram that I'm going to inadvertently put something on my child that isn't meant for them and like ruin their life.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? Like if you say like, we never give up, then they're like, I had to play with a broken arm. And like my mom and dad forced me, like we're tough. Like I would say something about, I think something Heath and I have in common is we're both very resilient and tough and hardworking, reliable, like sturdy people. And so if you put that on the kids, but they're like, I'm the softer side of the family, but you made me tough it out. And I'm damaged permanently.
Like progress, not perfection. Like that's a good family motto.
That's a good one.
It's not original.
Like, I don't think that we, do we embody that?
Well, it's funny because my kids, Jacob especially, he's always saying to me, nothing's perfect. Don't worry. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm like, whose child are you?
Yes, it does.
Wait, we've been hanging out with the other dad too much? Okay. One of the things that I talked about, I feel like this is totally up your alley.
Okay.
Cultural dinner night.
Oh,
like way off the grid. Like so recently, a friend of mine from school, she's my cafeteria co-chair this year. Her daughter and her daughter and Hudson have been in the same class for the last 2 years. They're a lovely family. She's very funny. They're from Chicago.
She must listen to the podcast. You're really complimenting her.
I actually don't think she does. But like she's a little gritty and like uses bad language and like that's my love language. So I had dropped something off at her house for her to borrow. And she had like a full on like apron on, like not just like a full on Yes. And I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm making dinner." And I said, "What's for dinner?" And she was like, "African peanut soup." And I was like, "Okay."
My mom makes that.
I was like, we had Whataburger. Like, what are you doing to me? And Hudson asked, he was like, "What was she doing?" I said, "She was making dinner." And he's like, "What were they having?" I said, "African peanut soup." And he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "I'm totally down." Although it sounds spicy. Is it spicy?
It is. Yeah. Well, you can vary it. But
what is it?
My mom makes it. I don't know.
Like what? But
like
you've had it?
Meat and
peanuts
and like a thick sauce. And I feel like you
stew.
put rice in it, if I'm remembering.
Okay.
My mom will correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think you put some rice to kind of beef it up, or some potatoes or something like that.
They're picky eaters. But
that part's so hard.
I know it's so hard. But I did see, and I want to do this like fancy dinner where everybody gets dressed up and we have like dinner by candlelight.
Like Fancy Nancy?
Like just something.
Were they into Fancy Nancy books?
No.
Missed opportunity. They're
I don't
so
think
fun.
I've ever read Fancy Nancy.
They teach the kids eloquent language. They'll pop in like added vocabulary word that's fancy. But she does that.
On the flip side of that, does Brighton read Amelia Bedelia?
She used to love Amelia Bedelia. Yes, I feel like she's phased out of it.
Amelia Bedelia is like an unhinged, like she's always getting into a significant amount of trouble, right? Like this is not a role model for our children.
Well, I was actually going to text you recently, and I don't know why but now I'm just going to talk about it right here. Is like we're at an impasse with books. So I need to know like what Jacob's reading.
Dogman, Captain Underpants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they sassy?
I don't know. He's reading them. I'm not.
Well, has he gotten sassier since he
started
reading them?
He and Jacob loves Gerald and Piggy. Like anything.
I don't know that one.
Mo Willems. Have you never?
Are they regular chapter books or are they graphic novels?
They're not really chapter books.
Or they're books.
They might be. They're books. Like it's.
Do they look like a comic strip?
No.
Okay.
No, not like Dogman or something like that.
Okay, that's what Dogman is. Brighton's. Yeah. I'm putting a ban on graphic novels.
How come?
I feel. See, this is where I wonder.
Because they're like TV.
It feels too relaxed. It feels like dessert. It feels like you need to eat your vegetables. Like you need to read a proper chapter book, because the point of a chapter book is you're reading the words and you're using your brain and creativity to come up with what it would look like. But this is just providing the comic strip book for you.
Yeah, but like, how do you develop that inclination to know those things without examples of what it might look like in someone else's world?
Well, I know that she was reading tons of chapter books until she learned about graphic novels, and now she only reads graphic novels.
Which, by the way, graphic novel is about the worst name for a category of children's books. Jacob did the pledge the other day at school, which happens in the library. That's where they film it. And we were walking around. He was giving me a tour of the library. And he was like, oh, this is where all the graphic novels are. And I was like, that sounds like porn.
Like, I'm not a book banner, but maybe we should ban these.
Right. Graphic novel sounds like how graphic. Okay, here's the other thing, which this I feel like is also totally up your alley.
Okay.
Rain walk. Like, when is the last time it was raining and you were like, all right, everybody put your shoes on. Like, we're going outside. We're going for a walk in the rain.
This is where I've gotten more, I guess, just in the era of Gemma. I'm going to blame Gemma, because Brighton and I used to do that a lot, actually. We would try to make it to the Starbucks by our old house. So
wait a minute, the one on Harvest Hill?
Yeah, Harvest Hill to the one by
she was
past
one
Jesuit.
When you moved, wasn't
she was like almost 3.
Oh, was she really?
So she would be in the stroller and she would have the little thing over the bob, and it was super fun and super magical, and like she was into Peppa Pig at the time, so it was like muddy puddles. So that whole thing. But no, I don't know. I guess I need to ramp that back up. That's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like
back.
Or even like go in the backyard in the rain or something.
I know.
You have a lot of green space in your yard.
Oh, we have such a good yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'd think go back to the little turfed area so we don't have mud in the house.
Oh God.
You know? Do you guys do that? Rain walk?
We need to. We have done
fun.
Like when they were kids, like we would put on rain boots. Kids, they're still kids, but like we have pictures of them like in their rain boots, like in shorts and like long raincoats that look like flashers.
Yes.
Like
Peppa Pig style.
Splashing around. Yeah. Yeah. Like Peppa Pig. Or what's his face? Donald Duck never wears pants.
Oh yeah. Donald Duck. That's really retro. We used to do a nature walk in the neighborhood with a backwards piece of tape. And then whatever you see, like dandelions or pieces of grass or rocks or whatever, you stick it on the bracelet.
Oh, that's cute.
And it makes a little bracelet when you come back. But then again, my problem is that then I don't throw it away.
Yeah, no, you have to throw it away.
Oh, I need an intervention. I need like hypnotherapy or something.
But you guys have that fire pit. That's a perfect opportunity to say, okay, now everyone take your bracelet off and throw it in the fire.
That's
Done.
a great idea. But then like the chemicals from the tape, I don't know. God. Sorry.
The mistake celebration. This I kind of love. It says when somebody messes up, announce it with fanfare. We have a mistake to celebrate. Then talk about what you've learned from it. Stanford research shows that reframing failure reduces shame and increases resilience. Mistakes stop being emergencies. They become evidence of trying.
Well, Heath wrote a whole book on that.
Yeah.
That's what his whole book is about is
failing your way to success. Yeah.
So that's interesting. And it's one thing to write a book about it. It's a different thing to bring it into parenting. So like, I'm going to make the connection there. But that's a good idea. What do you think they would celebrate?
I'm often eager to let my kids know when I make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even make them up sometimes. Like if they have made one and I'll be like, oh, like you really need identification here. So I might lie.
So like, are you talking mistakes, like behavior mistakes, or just like, oh, I forgot my homework, or what kind of?
Like I needed to ask help for this because I couldn't do it, or I failed to complete this, or whatever the case is, and sometimes it's like, I think that they just want to know that they're not the only one sometimes,
That's true.
Which I think is nice. And also like, hey, we're like Hudson. Oh God. Like they love a kid's menu, but Hudson, if he is doing like what's the one where you go like number to number, but to
connect
draw
the
something,
dots.
connect the dots, right?
It reminds me of Pee Wee Herman.
If he like gets like one wrong, it's like, he gets really pissed.
Really?
Yeah. And like, we'll like crumple up the menu and then we go through the exercise of like, okay, now you have no menu. And if you want a new one, you need to ask the server to bring you a new one, which he will ultimately. But we could also avoid like, so big deal. The alligator has 4 toes instead of 5 because you missed number 12.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that big of a deal. Like I know that in your mind, it's a huge deal.
Is he tidy?
You know what? He loves to clean. We went the other day. Jacob was at a birthday party. I said to Hudson, I said, what do you want to do? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And I said, why don't we go vacuum my car? And he goes, oh, can I do the windows? And I was like, you absolutely can grab that glass cleaner and we spent like a half hour vacuuming, and he did like all the window. At one point he climbed on the hood of the car to do the windshield, and I was like, okay, buddy, we're not doing that.
Do you think that's more about spending time with you on a project, or do you think it's more about cleaning?
No, he likes to clean. He was asking for chores around the house.
Oh,
he's like, can I have some
over?
He's like, you have a lot of glass in your house.
We are struggling.
No, he enjoys a chore. He likes to set the table. He likes to, for a while there, he was doing like, we'd be having family time and he'd be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to fix you a plate. And he would go in the kitchen and like throw together like a cheese stick and a couple of crackers and like whatever.
Cute.
And like bring it in for Doug and I to snack.
So, okay. Brighton likes to make a snack too, but because she likes to add a little candy in it and then be like, we should share. Like, or she has like hidden candy from like, you go to people's birthday parties and the gift bags or whatever. So she keeps it all in a thing. And then I was like, Brighton, I don't think like candy in your room, we don't really have like a rule against it, but I just don't know, bugs and stuff. I don't know if it's a good idea to keep candy like hidden in your room. And she said, this is for Gigi and Pop, who's her grandma and grandpa, Heath's parents. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, they're diabetic and sometimes they need a candy. So I just want to have it at the ready. I was like,
so
what?
Full of it.
So full of it. I was like, that was a really, like, she'd clearly thought through that response. Like, what am I going to say when my parents find out that I'm hoarding this candy in my room?
So watch out. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
No, he enjoys, he'll
that's amazing.
Like vacuum. No, he's tidy.
Do you have to, like, are you not in a situation where every weekend you're like, okay, it's time to clean your rooms because they're already clean?
Their rooms don't get messy like that.
How, like, what is happening? Can I shadow you?
But also,
will you mentor me?
But they don't play in their room either.
Where do they play?
In the family room or in the pool house.
Okay. But like when they want to do little projects and little things.
We clean up when it's done.
Do they clean up or do you clean up?
We all do. We both do.
Like it's time to put the toys away.
It's more of a spoonful of sugar. But they also are like you clear your plate if you're having lunch. Like you put it in the dishwasher.
We do that.
All of that kind of stuff.
We just have a gap with projects. And I think part of it is because
it gets a little frat housey every now and again. It's like, okay, guys, like, let's take 10 minutes here. Like we need, like, there's a lot of stuff around. Like, why am I looking on my like lazy Susan of like, organic oils, salt, pepper, spices, and like your Pokemon cards. Like what this does not belong here,
Oh my gosh, that's the least of my worries. I wish I only had a few Pokemon cards lying around.
Okay, and the last thing, and I love this, a very good friend of mine, actually the girl who was the catalyst for me coming out, my friend Amy Jo, used to do this. She kept a gratitude journal, 5 favorite things every single day. I did it for a couple of summers with her, which are now prized possessions of mine. But they say gratitude nightlight. Before sleep, say one thing you're grateful for about each of your kids. Research from UCLA shows that children who receive identity-based affirmation rather than achievement-based affirmation develop stronger self-worth and resilience. We do this in the car on Sundays, unless I forget, where we have to go around when it's just the 3 of us. We have to go around and say our favorite thing from the week about the other people in the car.
Oh, about the other.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So like something that you did with them or something
like
that
I'll be
did,
like,
or...
Hudson was, Jacob fell down and Hudson went over and gave him a big hug or got him help or,
That's sweet.
You shared, this or, there was one cupcake left. Like Jacob just went, by the way, is cakewalks, that's a Southern thing, right? We did not have that.
I knew about them, but this is the first time I've seen them in abundance.
In action. So there was a cakewalk at the school carnival. Jacob won which
Jacob.
By the way, the navigating the table of items and
picking the cake,
analyzing which cake offered the biggest yield for the, he ended up finding a tray of 6 cupcakes. And he was like, but there was one left and Hudson wanted it. And I said, no, you have to ask your brother. Those are technically his. He won them. And Jacob, he was like, can I have that? And Jacob's like, no, those are mine. And he was like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to eat it. He's like, you can have it. And I was like, that was
great. So you brought that up on Sunday during the drive. Is it during a drive or something?
Yeah,
we'll
be going to the store or whatever.
Okay,
we have to do our favorite thing about each other for the, and then sometimes it's stupid. Like they're not stupid, but it's kind of a throwaway. Like, Daddy, give me a hug.
Right. There's not always something big,
significant. Right. But it's not about the significance. It's about the repetition strengthens and confirms
the practice of doing it and reminding yourself to do it and thinking about somebody or something outside of yourself.
Like my goal is that you'll walk through your week looking for those moments and be excited about Sunday because you've got things that you remembered.
Oh, I need to pick up on
that. It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a really good one.
So here's what they say. Childhood magic isn't accidental. It's engineered through repetition. The ordinary moments you repeat become the safest place your children will ever know and they will always want to return to. So sweet.
So sweet. Oh, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I'm messing up on a lot.
You are. You are. So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're here. That's where we're hosting. That's where we're hosting a podcast for everyone else who's messing up as well. And if you want to hear more mess ups, tune in every Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. That's when a new episode drops. Be sure to find us on your favorite podcast platform. Give us a nice like and subscribe so we can keep doing what we love to do. And follow our socials as well. We've been doing a lot of coupon codes and stuff for ICE. We've got a partnership again this year. So if you want those 50% off deals, that's a great place to come and check it out. And if you do nothing else today, go find yourself a friend you don't need to clean the house for.